Welcome everybody to another Swtor PvP video. Now today I'm playing on my Marauder Annihilation spec, and this is the Yavin Ruins. So in this warzone, I get over 4,500 DPS, which I'm quite proud of. It's the first time I actually managed to do that much DPS, and hopefully it won't be the last time. But my gear still isn't very good. I only have an item rating of 246, which frankly isn't amazing. Most people have way better gear. So Annihilation is an extremely good spec for doing a lot of DPS in war zones because of its dot spread. So Smash spreads your dots, which is very good because your dots is where a lot of your DPS comes in this spec. We end up losing this war zone, but I myself didn't really care because I actually had a very good game. I didn't die and got a lot of kills. And this is something I don't understand. As you can see, that sorcerer just like teleported through the wall like that. I think it's because of the lag, since I'm playing on a US server when I'm in Europe, but at the same time, like, it's very weird. It happens lots in war zones where when someone uses an ability that makes them go faster, they just seem to teleport. So here, I spent way too much time in this far away from mid, and we end up losing the node. It's kind of my mistake, but I was DPSing, I was having fun. And as you can see, I just used Smash, spraying my dots. This was a very fun war zone. I love it when you just like don't get targeted much. So I had a healer on me nearly the entire game, this Sage healer right here. And at the same time, the enemy really didn't really target me. So I see that we lost the node, so I run back there and I start targeting this sorcerer. I hate the sorcerer's bubble stun. That's so annoying. Each time their bubble fails, it stuns you for 3 seconds. So annoying. But here I'm just building back up my Fury stacks. It's a very useful utility to have that, especially in Carnage spec, because in Carnage spec, as soon as you start a fight, you want to pop your Berserk, as that's how you get max burst. Annihilation isn't that important. So here, this is what I'm talking about. So there's, I don't know, maybe he quit the game. That's very possible, but I don't know, he completely disappeared. I think that player left the game. I'm not quite sure what happened there. So I'm just verifying that there's no one around, and then I go back to mid because I see that people are calling in chat ink to mid, so. And here I have a very good solo kill. This one's quite fun. People that say that there's no burst in Annihilation, like, that's not true. I burst that person quite fast, and at the same time, yes, it was a sorcerer, so, but it's still like, there is burst in Annihilation. It's quite fun. This Guardian, I come across her a lot in PvP, and she's very good. She completely destroyed me in Putball the other day. I still haven't played with her. It'd be great to play with her in a Yavin PvP. So this commando was healing, and I spent a good 30 seconds trying to get him down. It wasn't very easy because he kept on healing himself back up. But I think I do manage in the end. There we go. And I don't know what this mercenary was doing. He did not care. He was just like standing there. Yeah, kill me, guy. It's quite funny. He was just healing, standing still. Because when you're a range class and you have melee people attacking you, what you want to do is just run away because they're melee. If they're not right next to you, they can't do anything to you, and you can attack them. But I don't know, didn't do anything. So the problem in this Warzone is that nobody was calling Ink at all, and it was a big problem. If people had called Ink, we would have won. Because here they didn't call Ink, but I did see that someone was there. And I definitely think we would have won if people did start calling Ink. So this is where most of my damage comes from the match. Because, as you can see, those three people, they're grouped up, and there you go. All I'm doing, I practically have Smash on cooldown. I'm constantly spreading the dots. And that's where all my DPS comes from. And it puts a huge strain on their healers. I think they had over 3 healers here, which is why it takes a lot for us to actually kill them. But when you spread the dots all the time, it definitely puts a huge strain on the healers, and that's what you should do. So as you can see, all I'm doing is spreading my dots all the time. And it's working a lot. It's working very, very well. They're all taking dots from it. But in the end, we do lose this game, which is quite unfortunate, but I didn't mind. I didn't die, and I got a lot of DPS done. But yeah, I think they have 3 healers there. Because that commando is a healer, that merc is a healer, and that sorcerer is a healer. So they had 3 healers, and all they did was tank healing. So BioWare announced recently also that they were going to do huge changes in patch 5.9, where basically they're going to nerf tanks pretty bad. Because basically the problem in PvP right now is that people are playing tank spec and then putting on DPS gear. That's called being a skank tank. And basically the advantage of doing that is that you do ridiculous amounts of DPS. And at the same time, you have very, very good survivability. If you want to have fun in a Warzone right now, what you should do is play a Darkness Assassin. Oh my god, those do so much DPS. But do it fast because BioWare is nerfing tanks pretty badly in the next patch. Which, I mean, I guess makes sense because it's not very fair for a tank to be doing a lot of DPS. It's not how the game was designed. But at the same time, it's annoying a lot of people because they're making changes to how PvE is going to be played because of PvP. Which, for a lot of my friends that only do raiding and that don't do PvP, kind of pisses them off. I don't care much because I don't tank and I only play the Marauder. Well, mainly only play the Marauder during raiding. But I don't know. I think maybe they should change how stats work. So, for example, even if you're playing, even if you have DPS gear but you're in a tank discipline, like maybe the DPS stats should only count for like a portion of what they would count if you were a DPS spec. Maybe that's a solution instead of nerfing the damage that they do. So we end up killing them, but in doing so we lost all 3 of the nodes. And we get 1 back, but it's not enough. we end up losing this warzone. So here I get another pretty awesome solo kill against the Guardian that I talked about earlier. What's pretty cool is that I think she used her enraged defense also. Yeah, she did use her enraged defense. No, focus defense for the Guardian. But that's pretty awesome that I still managed to beat her in a solo fight when she had used that ability. And I didn't even have to use my 99% reduction. So another tip I have for you guys is when you're playing PvP, zoom your camera out to the max. It helps out a ton because it permits you to see so much more of what's going on. You can see enemies that are coming, and it's way better. Do I kill this guy? Yes, I do. But yeah, we end up losing this warzone, unfortunately. And there we go. Top DPS by a long shot, I think over 1 million. I can't really see because I mean my preview scheme right now it's so small. But yeah, that was the Yavin PvP, guys. Thanks for watching and see you around.